Two hip kicks.
Boom.
Hey guys, welcome. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to finally. Oh, we just switched around. TC, he's got the power. He's got the power. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for coming in. We've got TC and myself, of course, as usual. Or you can introduce yourself if you want to. TC, go ahead. I was going to point over here, but now I'm over here, so you're over there.
That's Dawn over there.
Hey, I did it.
And I'm TC.
Welcome, Rachel's here. Hi, hon. How's it going? Welcome. Thanks for coming in. I'm sure people will be trickling in as we go.
Yep.
It's been a fun week. We've had some interesting times with the old uploading of the music. That's what tonight's topic is about. Basically, we're talking about uploading videos of songs and music on YouTube and other. Although TC is probably more into the other than I am. I'm just doing it on YouTube.
Yeah.
You're a little glitchy, bud.
Am I? Sorry.
Yeah, you glitched a little bit. That's okay. So, welcome. Beautiful weather. No kidding. It is supposed to be August weather in September is what my mom calls it, because where it's going to be like, high 70s, low 80s. Not much humidity. Some. You always need some humidity. But not really super hot, not really super humid, and I'm fine with it. And not a lot of rain. Beautiful days ahead.
That's all good too. Yeah.
Hey, Laura Lou, welcome. Hi, friends. How are you feeling? Yeah, TT, how are you feeling? Good. Laura wanted to know.
Oh, I'm fine, thank you.
He's doing better. Thanks for asking. Yeah, you were a topic of conversation for your poor back. We're of an age. We're just sneezing, like I said, or getting out of bed wrong, or putting on the wrong pair of pants. Whatever, it'll get you.
Yeah,
every single time. I don't know why, but it is.
Yes, I discovered that I shouldn't be dancing to the music with my back hurting. So
hair dance, the safest way to go. And then he still might throw something out. I don't know.
Exactly.
I don't know. I'm not looking forward to that, but yeah. So I was very careful putting on my pants today after I found out what happened. Just in case. Rachel says, curious to try YouTube Shorts to start recording music, maybe. I think the YouTube Shorts are more flexible. Maybe. They might be. But I think they're still going to, depending on the length of the song you're using, there is a section, there is like a little bit of, I don't know how many seconds it is of a song you can use without really getting nailed for it. Do you know what it is, TC? It's like 5 seconds.
Well, there's no official length. The unofficial length is 5 to 7 seconds.
Okay. Oh, regarding using music. Got it. Cool.
But you could still get buzzed. And I mean, not all honesty though, where we're talking, because I do a lot more. I've been doing this a lot more than you do as far as uploading stuff. Is you got to be aware that there are certain artists and certain labels that will block you regardless of what you try to do, because they just refuse to acknowledge the fair use doctrine. And everything I do is fair use when it comes to the music. The one exception is the Saturday Night Disco Party, and I ran into some problems with that last week and couldn't fix it because my back went out, so I didn't get to do one this week. But it can be a problem, but there are ways around it, and there are as long as you're within those YouTube user rules, you're going to be fine.
Yeah,
not gonna get you a copyright strike. There's a big difference between a copyright notice and a copyright strike. So
Yeah. True. That is true. Hey, it's the Angry's daughter. Hey, Michael, welcome, buddy. Thanks for coming in. Yeah. So, can you kind of give just a quick short, if you're comfortable doing it, about what the fair use doctrine is regarding
fair
YouTube?
use means that you can use clips if they are used in a context which makes your product transformative. So,
Mhm.
like with mine, I'm pretty safe because what I'm doing is I'm taking clips of each song and doing like the charts for 1 week or another or whatever. If you know, as long as it's transforming from one to another, you're usually safe by fair use. Anything you put together where you're doing narration is usually okay for fair use. You're still going to get hit with certain things, like I
Yeah.
said. I have learned, do not bother trying to do anything that was recorded by the Eagles. Don Henley has blocked it everywhere. So when I get an Eagle song, I automatically just go ahead and put the copyright blocked logo on it and don't even try anymore.
All good.
Um, and there are some that get hit that you don't expect. I've
Mm-hmm.
had that happen more than once. Um, but usually, you'll get a copyright. You'll you if you monetize, you can't do this. I don't monetize, but if you
Mm-hmm.
monetize and you use copyright music, you're going to get demonetized um, for that particular video.
Right.
Um, but 90% of what I use, I get a no impact from, which means all that means is YouTube has made the label or the copyright owner aware that you're using it and allowing them to collect advertising revenue on it. That's fine. I'm trying to share the music. I'm not looking to make the money.
Right. Yeah.
So for me, that's fine. That works fine. Um, and you'll get blocked in some locations. 90% of the time it's Russia and Belarus, which I told you about.
Yeah. And I'm
Um,
like, oh my god. Yeah. It is every time. There's at least one or two songs like when I do those record plays.
yeah.
Russian
And
Belarus.
sometimes you'll get blocked in China, and there are the odd occasions where you will get blocked everywhere but the United States, which is a pain. Um, I have to go out and find. Usually, when that happens and it's on one of the chart shows, I'll try to find a live version of a song, and that will usually clear
Mm-hmm.
because they're not usually owned by the same people. But
Mm-hmm.
sometimes it's just crazy. Like this last week's Saturday Night Disco Party, after 2 weeks of not having any problem with it, this week all but 3 songs got blocked, and I think it's because I made a conscious shift from 7-inch to 12-inch versions.
Right.
And so I had a mix of both on the first two shows, didn't have any problems with
Yeah.
blockage. And then this one was blocked out of the board. And so I have to rethink how I'm going to do that. But that's fine. I don't want to take money away from the artists or the labels. I'm simply there sharing music. And I,
Mm-hmm.
I want them to be able to collect if that's what they want to do. And so that's what is important to me. I have 3 or 4 shows that depend on they're basically review shows. I don't actually host them. Those are the most popular ones I have too. There's the the classic charts countdown, which is week by week of my personal charts starting in
Mm-hmm.
1980. There is flashback tracks, which right now is doing Record World top singles pop chart,
Mm-hmm.
and it's going to end in a few weeks, and then I'll move on to another magazine. And I do my own Pop 50 every week, although it's been on hiatus since the move, so it's almost a year. And a couple other ones similar to that. And usually there'll be 1 or 2, and I might get dinged where I have to do
Mm-hmm.
the copyright strike on a couple. But most of the time, they just get that one buzz, and that's not going to hurt your account at all. What you have to worry about is a copyright strike.
Right.
That's the problem. And
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, you won't get them doing what we do.
Right. Yeah. It very rarely will you get a strike. Um,
Yeah.
but most of your content is clips, right? You're doing mostly clips. I
Hmm.
think Obscuria and now the Disco Party, you're doing full on songs.
Yeah.
Well, you've been doing Obscuria forever,
Obscuria turns 4 next month.
which is forever in YouTube land, I
It
think.
is. It is. Yeah.
Totally. Totally. Um, So I don't think people understand the steps that you need to take to go to and do that. You want to
What do you mean?
Well, okay, so say you want to upload an Obscuria. So you put it together.
Okay. Obscuria is my daily show that airs every morning, Monday through Friday at 11 o'clock. It's one song,
Yep.
and it's inspired by VH1 pop-up videos. I have little factoids and stuff about each song. What I do is each week I pick the Obscurias, usually a week in advance. Sometimes there's substitutions if I'm doing an in memoriam song. But I will pick them on usually the Thursday prior, and I will take 30-second to 40-second clips of each song, put them in one file, and send that up to YouTube as my Obscuria test. And then if a song gets blocked, I can take it out and put another one in. The testing was actually, I was made aware of that by Steve Carlson, who is one of the VC bigwigs. That's how he does his video clips every week, his music stuff. And he told me what he was doing, and I started doing that. And I stopped having all the trouble I was having. So now I know ahead of time. Like I said, with Obscuria, sometimes I get blocked unexpectedly. I wanted to do. Oh, for Pete's sake. I'm just looking. Could you pull up Michael's comment? This is the kind of stuff that scares the hell out of me sometimes.
On your own soundtrack after uploading the licenses. What the heck?
I hope you argued that, Michael, because that's crazy.
That is crazy.
Anyway, I have had hits on things that I didn't expect, which I thought, because I was going to use them on Obscuria. I never expected to get blocked, a block from, I think it was Capitol Records. I don't remember if it was them or the publisher, over a song called For a Friend, which was a single by the Bugaloos.
Okay.
I did that that was the first month I was doing Obscuria. I got blocked by a song by Roberta Flack that kind of floored me. A few other ones.
It's crazy.
It just, you do. Sometimes you just don't. Brandy, you're a fine girl. I've had a lot of trouble with that. I was able to get it through a couple of times, and other times I get blocked by it.
Yeah, I think YouTube is a fickle mistress when it comes to those types of things.
It all depends on what version you're using and which person has it claimed in their content ID system.
Just heard somebody roll by with a very loud stereo. Sorry. Speaking of music, yeah, there you go. So he said he just took it down. They never got back to you. That's just, and that's the other thing. Hearing back from them, or hearing back from a person, or getting something reviewed is a pain in the butt.
YouTube needs to have a better system in place so that you can have direct liaisons, and they don't do it. And that's why whenever I get challenged, I do the same thing. I did when I first started doing this, it was 2018. It was before I found the vinyl community. I was doing it on my own. And I started things off with a recap of that year's Eurovision songs. And I did it like a week or two before the contest. And I got blocked all the way through it, even though I had narration over it. So many of the European companies did not want them in the United States at the time. Now they have no problem with it, most of them. This was 2018. That I finally just gave up. I tried appealing it, and YouTube, I did actually work with people there, and nothing. I wasn't able to get anywhere, so I ended up taking it down too. So I've only had to do that a couple of times. So.
Well, and we had that issue with the Eurovision show we did.
Yeah, we did.
Same thing.
One particular song.
Yeah.
And ironically, it was the one that got eliminated in the semifinals because of backstage stuff.
Yep. So you never know. You never know. Yep. So that's why it's a good idea to pre-upload stuff. So you're doing like 30, 40 seconds of each song to get your Obscurias together, let's say. Mm-hmm. I've been because I'm recording the records while I'm spinning them to play grade them. That's what I do for the Sunday shows. I'll edit the whole thing together, and that way I just have an edited copy of it, and then I'll upload it like a week or two in advance, and just watch the drip down
Yeah.
come as it says, "Oh no, this one, this one, this one." But I've only
And
had
then
a
it's
couple.
pretty easy to go in and take out the
Yeah,
ones that aren't there. Yeah, right,
exactly. Just
exactly.
edit it out. In fact, YouTube now has a way you can edit out
Yeah,
um,
they do.
stuff, which is kind of nice. In fact, they have a problem with the song we used forever for our Chick Chat intro.
Yeah,
I
that
keep
didn't make
getting
any sense.
pinged on that too, and that but licenses change, right?
Yeah, they
That's the
do.
only thing I
They
can think
do.
of. So one or two of them I've just pulled the audio off the back end of it from YouTube's side, and it worked. And so, not that I ever expect to get monetized enough where those shows are going to make me any money, but the thing is,
Exactly.
it's
Yeah.
weird to get a strike from that, or get a hit on that, and it's not going to be monetized, and the copyright holder is. I'm like, okay, whatever.
It
But
does
yeah,
get
so I'll
frustrating
upload
though.
about a week
Very
ahead of time.
frustrating.
Yes, it is. Especially considering how many episodes of Chick Chat we've got to go back
Yeah.
and play with if I had to do that. And it only happens every once in a while, and it's on like on one video. It doesn't say anything about the rest of them. It's just say like this one.
Once you're up, once the show is loaded,
Mm-hmm.
there is a possibility that you could go back and get a block at some point if it gets really popular and see people are looking at it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
On your Chick Chats, you have a very loyal audience, but it doesn't change that much from week to
Right.
week, I bet. So they're probably not going to worry about all the earlier ones that have that song on it. And that
It's just
song came from Filmora's library, did it not?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That was all Filmora, which was supposed to be licensed, for use or whatever. And yeah.
Yeah, I do too. I use Filmora all the time too, and I also use Envato Elements for most of my stuff. So
Mm-hmm. Oh, Mary said it was a guy on a motorcycle. Okay. Well, that was loud enough. They'll do that around here. So Rachel's going to be doing some uploading. Michael obviously has had issues. Is anybody else? Any other questions or any other instances that you guys have that you've had issues with this, and then we can move on to other music or video sites that you upload to.
well, let's go with what you were talking about. You're doing 2 different shows each week where you're
Mm-hmm.
now posting full albums.
Yeah.
Have you had any problems with the Weird Wednesday ones? Because I wouldn't think that you would have.
No,
I
I
know you
have
had
not
a
had.
problem with the Friday one, but the Weird
Yeah.
Wednesday, which is how my full play is going to be with weird stuff out of my collection.
Right. So weird Wednesdays. I've had a couple songs get, like the copyright holder it doesn't hurt you or whatever. It's
Yeah,
not a
the
strike.
No
It's just,
Impact ones or the
yeah,
Belarus ones. Yeah.
yeah, they're just like that it doesn't affect your channel and doesn't affect whatever. I've had a couple songs kind of hit on different weird things I've played on Weird
I'm
Wednesday.
surprised. I'm surprised they didn't block that Polish comedian.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you, man. That was a trip.
Mom would have been happy with that, right? Momster would have been happy.
Momster would be, yeah. Actually, I think that one.
Oh no, that was the other one that she didn't like, isn't it? The one with the girl singers.
Yeah, the girl singers, and that got nothing.
Yeah,
that's free and clear. If I ever make money on this channel and somebody watches that, I get a 2 cents or whatever. So that's nice.
I love it when you find free and clear songs, and I do every now and then on Obscuria. I won't get hit at all on them.
It's amazing to me. But yeah, now the more popular stuff, the stuff that's in our personal collection, yeah. Moody Blues, nope, don't touch it, can't have it. One of their vintage albums, right? The Search of the Lost Chord, nope, can't, nope, take it down. And what was the other one? Oh, the blues one, which was a compilation of different blues artists. Yeah. Most of that was blocked as well. I would have been able to play maybe 2 songs.
I was stunned you got the Carpenters live at the Palladium to stay on there. That surprised me.
I know, that was shocking.
And I think it's because it's available only as an import in the US. So it would probably get hit by European pings, and it didn't.
No, I mean, it really didn't.
Never officially released here, so.
Yeah, and that might be part of it. It's just not in their catalog to nail.
Yeah.
And then the one, let's see, the next Friday album one coming up Well, the one that just came up this last week was the swing, I believe. Because I know I've got some of these. If you guys are members, you can get out and see them early. I
Yeah,
post
the
them
Swing Time's
a
greatest
couple of
hits.
days early
And
for
yeah,
members. So
Hooked
that
on
you guys,
Swing or one of those. Yeah.
yeah. So it was like Hooked on Swing. It's a K-Tel album, and it's just there was a couple of songs on there that were like, "Hey, somebody owns the rights to this, but no big deal, right?"
Right.
And
Which are
again,
always
Russia,
okay.
Belarus, or
If
whatever.
you're not monetizing, that's perfectly okay.
Yep. And then the one that's coming up next week, I won't tell you what it is, but I was shocked that it wasn't, because it was a very popular artist. It was a solo album of theirs, and um, it didn't get hit. One song got hit for Russia and Belarus, and that was it. And I'm like, okay, that's cool.
That's
Um,
cool.
and every video, I thought it might have had something to do with like track lists. So for a while, I was like leaving track lists off, but it doesn't seem to matter if you put that in the description. And also, I put in there, like we play purchased copies of vinyl records. It's that kind of thing, kind of like the fair use thing too, goes in
Yeah.
there. So yeah, it's YouTube is a fickle mistress.
Yeah, it is.
All right, what do we got here? And Michael says, "Then the World Is Mine" by the Hooverphonics.
Hooverphonics.
Okay, because it's not released in the U.S. I don't have a copy of it, but let's find out. Somebody
That actually doesn't always apply.
Well, the Eurovision stuff, right?
And not just the Eurovision, Boney M is impossible to get clearance for on YouTube.
There you go.
And it's because their stuff is not licensed in the United States.
And that's it?
So that's what I've been told. Yeah.
So like you'd have to have a VPN to
I
watch
managed to
it?
get a couple of snippets of Daddy Cool on one of the pop 50s, but when I tried doing Rivers of Babylon on Obscuria, nope. Blocked worldwide.
What the heck? That's interesting.
So, yeah.
So what are the other options people have if they want to upload music that's not theirs, right?
Well, one of the other services that I've started to use, and I've meant to have it expanded well past what it is now at this point, but I haven't had a chance to do it yet, is a company called Mixcloud. Mixcloud is based in the UK. They handle getting the licenses for every song that you use. It's part of their blanket coverage in Europe and the US.
Okay.
So only rarely will you get asked to remove something. I've done two full instrumental shows over there so far with no problem. And I will see what happens, because I am going to try and upload this Saturday night disco party that got rejected by YouTube this weekend, to try it out up there and see what happens. But they are really good. They help you. They are, if you're doing that, or if you're doing a radio station that has licensing set up for you, you're usually okay, because they take care of that and it's part of what you're paying for.
So do you charge? They charge for that, right? That's a service. Yeah.
Yeah. A Mixcloud does not, but
Mixcloud does not. Okay.
But yeah, like Live 365 would, or any of those. And there was a rumor.
I heard a rumor
18 months ago that YouTube was going to start offering creators licenses for music. I haven't seen it roll out yet. I know they were testing it, and it was going to be a relatively low cost license for what you were doing with it, depending. But I have not heard anything about it since they talked about it 18 months ago. I did a video about it. I was like all excited. But and
nothing. And then nothing. All right, what's Michael saying?
Well, let's just face it, there's probably nothing, because those record companies are just greedy rat bastards. They always have been. Truly.
Get a cover band version of the song and pay $16 to Library of Congress. It's an option. Yeah, you could.
When you consider how much licensing fees run for certain uses, it's crazy.
He says it's under YouTube Music and is a beta test. Oh.
Okay. That's why. Okay. Well, that's silly. Who's going to put yourself with YouTube Music if the music's already there?
Well, that's silly.
I'm glad. No, I didn't know that, Michael. Thank you. Some licensing fees are outrageous depending on what you're doing with it. And this is going in an entirely different direction. But when you license stuff for television, it can be fairly low or it can be exorbitantly high. And the reason I know this is because I'm a fan of All Elite Wrestling. Tony Khan, the owner, has shelled out a lot of money in cases to use certain popular songs. Now, in some
Sporting
instances,
events, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and rebroadcast and all that. Sometimes the artists he wants to use are fans, and they'll work out a deal. That's what happened with Kansas. Kansas is a fan of wrestling, they're a fan of AEW, and they gave Tony a lower priced fee for the use of Carry On Wayward Son to use for the Elite when they were Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks before Kenny got hurt.
Well, that's all over Supernatural too. I mean, I've heard that song more times than I care to.
Oh yeah. Now, but that a lot. I mean, I think he paid $2,000 a use on that. Take that and put it alongside of Europe, the Final Countdown, which has been used on a couple of pay-per-views for Bryan Danielson, who charges $200,000 per use.
Per use.
Per use.
Wow.
So if you one show, you can play it during one show.
Damn.
Which is now whether that rumor about how much that is true, I don't know. I think that's really exorbitant considering they were using,
it's crazy.
You know, Tarzan Boy by Baltimora for Jungle Boy for a while, and Jane by Jefferson Starship for Orange Cassidy, and they did drop that recently because they jacked up the licensing price, so they dropped that and went back to using his other theme. But
wow,
it can get
that's
crazy.
A lot of money.
It is.
So, Mary, Mary's still in the chat, I hope. She got an email through YouTube for whatever it came to her. She caught it on her machine first about something we had uploaded, and they wanted to kind of like do a partnership share on the proceeds or whatever. It was a kind of a weird email. I didn't see it. There she is. Can you give us a synopsis of what that email was, dear? And we just clicked yes, because, you know, that's the kind of gals we are. But YouTube wanted to, like, there was a song we were using in one of our videos, probably it's either the Friday or the Sunday one. It was not a weird Wednesday.
Yeah.
Seriously? Yeah, I know. Sorry. She's like, I didn't think there'd be homework. Okay. But anyway, she got an email.
Yeah. Mary, forward the email, make her do the work.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. You're on your computer, or is she on her phone? I don't know. But yeah, something to the effect of you're using this music, and if you want to continue to use it, you can. It's kind of like the partnership program. I don't know exactly what the wording was, but that's what comes to mind. Where they'll share the proceeds when the video plays or whatever. And I'm like, well, we're not monetized anyway, so yeah, why not? Click, so to be able to continue to use that song, whatever it was. I will find out and I will let you know, because obviously it just came to mind and I should have been more prepared.
That's interesting.
That
sounds like a really shady licensing idea.
Hey, come here. You want to see that? Yeah.
I got a thing about did I want to take part in an audio microphone thing just this last week? Test out a brand new $200 microphone. Oh yeah, it's a good thing. But we won't send it to you. You have to buy us and then send us the receipt, and we'll reimburse you.
Yeah. No.
I don't think so.
No.
Sorry.
No. That's.
I mean, there's plenty of testimonials that shows it's real, but no, I'm not doing that. Sorry, I can't afford it.
That's some shady shit. No. Yeah, no. Let's be real. Any legitimate sponsorship possibilities are not going to come to us because we're not big enough. We've got stuff for our pets off the videos that we've done with our pets. I've gotten some shady pet offers, or whatever. No. Nope. So
So
so you said
what if Widget wants you to do it?
Widget needs to talk to her her, what do I want to say? Her attorney before she does any of that. Look at the contract, read the contract, Widget. You will see it's not a good thing. So Mixcloud, back to Mixcloud a second.
Mm-hmm.
They handle licensing. You can upload. You're going to see if you can upload your disco stuff. The problem is the audience isn't necessarily at Mixcloud. How would you pull a YouTube audience over to Mixcloud?
By advertising it on my YouTube channel.
Okay. Would you do it like a short that says go to Mixcloud?
I'd be like, hey, catch the show over on TKR Mixcloud.
Okay. Has that worked before? Have you done that?
I haven't really done that yet
Oh,
because
okay.
I haven't gotten all the way over there yet. I still have, nightly shows that I want to do over there that I haven't had time to do. So.
Huh. Okay. I think I shared.
Yeah.
Before. Yeah.
No
Crazy.
doubt. Yeah.
That is crazy. I mean, God bless her. She needs the money. But yeah. Nah. Can you just say the words maybe? Just speak the lyrics? Would they ping you for that?
No,
Probably.
We don't need a William Shatner version of Believe. Thank you.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
Why, thank you, Momster. I love it too.
Trippy, man. It's trippy. It's definitely trippy. I love it. Yeah, Momster's back, everybody, in case you were wondering. We picked her up today. We saved her from Muskegon.
Now, that's interesting. And this actually kind of keys into that. You have a record show coming up.
Next weekend, yeah.
Yeah. And I'm always pestering you. Shoot video. And you are like, they play too much music. And I would honestly bet you are probably right more than I am on that something they're playing would get buzzed.
It's loud. It's very loud. And it is very popular music, very popular rock music. Rock and pop some, but there's no way that I could get away with that.
Yeah.
And it would get pulled.
Steve Carlson, when he does his Thursday show where he usually does a walkthrough and a flip through on a local record store, he always puts on the generic music when he's inside the store because he knows, just like we do, that will probably something in that mess will get buzzed.
It always does. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd love to. And we've done some shorts from the record show when it was like, we had like 5 seconds or whatever. Mary just sent me a link. Where'd it go? It disappeared. There it is. Hang on. Google Mail. Hold on. Let me pull it up. Conversation that you requested could not be loaded. Oops. Sorry. Try again, dear.
Don't knock yourself off the air or we'll both go off the air.
I know, right? If I copy that link. Open link in new. I guess we'll try it this way. Open link in new window. No? Yeah? Oh, here it comes. Wait a minute. No. Won't be loaded. Sorry. Won't be loaded. Don't hate me. Nope. Wouldn't let me have it. Oh, well. There you go. So yeah, we'll come up with it later, I guess, for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd love to be able to do a live from the record show. It'd be fun as heck. But there's no way with all the music that's being played.
I mean, what you should do when you do it, if you get a chance, is just go ahead and record stuff and show off what you're looking at, because I know you go shopping. So, and show us what you're shopping for. And then do like Carlson does and find some generic music on Filmora and slap it on underneath it, because I'd love to see that.
I did check my regular Gmail account, dear, and it's not there. Unless you're Kamala Harris. That's the only email I've gotten today. It's not letting me have it. She's going to forward it to me, and it sent it to me as a Google link, but it didn't send me the email. Oh, you just forwarded it to me. So you're not Kamala Harris? Is that what you're telling me? Or maybe she is, and I don't know it. It's still not here. Well, okay, thank you, but it's not here yet. I don't think it went to the trash. Would my wife go to spam? Did. My wife went to spam.
I
It's
do that
safe.
occasionally with my stuff too.
Oh
I'll
my
send
God,
something to
my wife
myself
went to
from
spam.
Google. I'll send something from Google and it goes to my spam box every time.
This message seems dangerous. All right. Oh, this is I know, right? Pipes and drums of the 1st Battalion Black Watch. When the hell was this? Anyway. Okay. Here we go. I'll share the screen. You get an idea what this little thing. As indicated in Creator Music, you are eligible. Let me present. Please hold, everybody. Sorry about this. Share screen. Boom. There it is. All right. Now let's pull it up. Add to the stage. There it is. As indicated in the Creator Music, you are eligible for revenue sharing. That was it. Thank you.
And it was Weird Album Wednesday.
And it was Weird Album Wednesday. Yep. There you go. What you can do. And I think she clicked enable. There you go. So it was a Weird Album Wednesday.
I would just double
See?
make
She's not
sure,
safe, by the way.
triple, that it is actually from Google
Yep.
and YouTube. And I would be worried otherwise.
So that's legit and not a copyright strike and does not affect your channel. It is Weird Album Wednesday. Yep.
Eligible for revenue sharing. Wow. So that means you are at the point where they're willing to give you some deals.
Ain't that nice?
Yeah, that is. Lucky you.
I know, right? What the heck? Like I'll get what, 5 cents? Thank you, YouTube. Appreciate it.
Yeah, after 1,000 listens, you might get 5 cents. Yeah.
She's definitely Kamala. Well, okay, considering what Weird Album Wednesdays, I had to what they're talking about on this one, I literally had to leave the room because I couldn't handle it anymore. I was telling TC earlier. So when that one comes up, not this Wednesday, but next Wednesday, watch it and tell me how long you got through it. How long it took before you folded like a cheap lawn chair. Yeah, well, let me tell you. Mary had a headache and she was out in the other room. I didn't have it that loud either. There you go.
And Momster got a headache and she was in Muskegon.
Yeah. I'm sure I'll hear about it though. I probably was. I saved a life by not playing that while Mom was here. Yeah, but hey, so if you guys, it's like a hot chili pepper eating contest. The longer you last, the more clout you got with me, because I was having a hard time with that one. Totally. But yeah, so that's another thing that is a possible, I guess, revenue sharing.
I've never seen that, but that's very cool.
That's a thing.
As long as it's legit. I always am very suspicious about that stuff. So it's just like, okay.
Yeah, I know, right? It's like, I don't know. It looks a little shady, but it should be fine. It legitimately came from them. And who in the heck? That is the one weird song. I can see if it was some more popular stuff. But the Drunken Piper and Highland Laddies, yeah, no. I think it's legit. I know if it was in the groove or some of the other stuff I've uploaded. You know. I don't know. So you may end up switching over to Mixcloud then for your Saturday disco party?
No.
Okay.
I'm just going to put this one up there to see how well it works. I may put it on both actually, but I want to do the Saturday Night Disco Party on YouTube.
Yeah.
Because I've gotten some good word of mouth about it and people are enjoying it. And
it's fun. It's a lot of fun.
And it's old fashioned disco and I love doing that. And thrown in with some ringers that sound like disco that one of them last week was from 1991. But it had a very disco feel about it. But we'll see if I can figure out what happened, because I've never had trouble with 12 inches before. Not on the other two shows.
It seems odd that the 12 inches would be the problem. Although you said 1 7-inch was a problem as well.
1 7-inch was a problem, but I'm aware of occasional issues with Casey and the Sunshine Band. Not everything will get through. So,
Shake Your Booty was a problem?
Shake Your Booty was a problem.
Yeah, I'll be damned.
And it's probably because it's been licensed to films.
Yeah, and or commercials.
Right.
Right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's the other
And the
thing.
same with the Barry White. The Barry White got hit too, and it was also a 7 inch, but it also has appeared in commercials, which
Mm-hmm.
might have been the reason why.
I think that's probably more so, yeah.
Yeah.
Although I know Warner Brothers does license a lot of music, and they can get a little shitty about things too, but you never know. Of course, I haven't tried to upload anything from like Guardians of the Galaxy or anything like that that would have
Mm.
been, more popular now versus when they were originally out. So,
Well, that's going to be one of the cool things when I start doing my full play show, which will probably start a couple weeks when I get everything finished with my back and the bathroom and the leaks that we've had and stuff. Um, like you, it's going to be kind of similar to Weird Album Wednesday,
mm-hmm.
but these are things I really love having in my collection, and I'm also consciously going for stuff I do not think will get hit because it's either so old or so out of print that nobody's going to give a crap.
True. Yeah.
So we'll see. I
True.
don't know
True.
yet.
For sure. I think it's a cool idea for you to do that. And but these are some of the pitfalls, guys, of uploading
Yeah.
stuff to YouTube. The preloading stuff really does help. I mean, if you're on a deadline and you're putting something out there with music on it, and it's at the 11th hour, and you realize after the fact, like 5 minutes before it's supposed to go live, that it's got this strike on it.
Yeah.
It's a pain in the butt. So
It
definitely
is.
preload ahead of time is my main advice to everybody, for sure. Test it out like
Yeah.
TC does, or just do the whole thing, and you can replace the audio if you have
Yeah.
to.
The way I have it set it up is the countdown shows are set up individual songs, so I can yank and put in the copyright notices with like that. It doesn't even take
Hmm.
5 minutes to fix. So
Yeah. So I'm interested in seeing what Rachel's going to do, because she said she's going to do a short regarding using music. I would like to see what that looks like. So let me know when you get that up, Rachel, and I will check it out. Because if you've got some hints, tricks, or tips, let us know. Because I'm definitely in for that. The Now, you've never had any problem with anything that's licensed through like Filmora, right? Anything
not
used in
not
your promos or?
I've had problems occasionally, but nothing. But not a hard hit, the no impact hit. Um, through a couple of the production discs that I have the licenses for. Um, but
Damn it!
no, I have not had a problem with anything from Filmora yet. And I
That's
don't
good.
use a lot of Filmora stuff. I use most of what I use from Filmora is usually in my little 10-second adverts and on TKR and
Hmm.
stuff.
Yeah,
But I will use it on backgrounds for other specials, quickie shows. And I haven't run into the problem you ran into with the two hip six thing. So
which is yeah. I don't. I mean, they're not. It's not a hard strike either. They can't. I can't monetize it.
yeah,
Is what it is. And I'm like, well, okay. I'm not making any money on those anyway, and I
it's
probably
still
won't. They're old
irritating.
shows, but still, we changed it out just in case. First of all, I hate getting those emails because I'm always paranoid it's something else, right? I mean, I'm uploading enough music now where it's like I'm doing the Weird Album Wednesday, I'm doing the Friday thing, I'm doing the Sunday thing, and if I get an email from YouTube going, "This has been blocked," or "This has been," yeah, I'm like, I don't need one
I'll
of
be
those emails.
honest, all of those go to my Gmail box. I don't even notice them. I look at them
Don't even look at it.
when I load them and wait to see partially blocked,
Yeah,
you know,
I do
public,
that too.
private. And that way I know if it's got that there might be a letter waiting. I don't really check that box that much.
Is that Gmail address that I use to get a hold of you? Yeah, no.
No, you use my regular address.
I know, I'm joking. I'm joking. But yeah, but still, it's just a little nerve-wracking because you never know, right?
Yeah,
Especially
it
like I said,
is.
those two albums I loaded, they were like, nope, 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 nope.
That's why I'm
So,
always surprised when I do my Obscuria test that I'll get a block on something that I'm like, are you serious? Like the Bugaloos completely blew my mind. I'm like, why would you block something like that? It just doesn't make any sense.
yeah.
Or the Roberta Flack, which was, a big hit, and I don't know, maybe that's a content licensing thing from somewhere else too.
Probably.
I mean, I understand Don Henley because Don Henley's, you know.
Don Henley has his way. Yeah. Well, the Moody Blues, I don't know why. What would be your guess, you know?
I would bet that's the publisher or the label.
Yeah, the whole album. It wasn't just like 1 or 2 songs. It was a whole
Yeah.
damn album. Couldn't have it. Which is a shame because it's a good album. And I know there's recordings of it out there.
Yeah.
On YouTube.
Oh yeah, you can find recordings of half the stuff I use that have been blocked on YouTube.
Yeah. So
but you still can't use it because it's blocked, even though other people have uploaded it and haven't gotten caught for it. So,
yep, that's the fun. That's the fun. Yeah. All right. So besides Mixcloud, what else would be a good option?
Well, those are the two that I know of for sure. I'm not sure about any of the other ones that I don't use. I have used Live 365. They also have a license agreement where you're paying for the license. Live 365 is a radio station. I actually was planning to do a station for my show, for my stuff, and I actually canceled it this last week. So because I'm not ready and I don't have time to get it ready yet, I will go back and redo it when I am able to do it. But because I paid too much for it already, it's just been sitting there for months and months and months.
Wow.
But yeah, they do cover it. They do cover United States,
licensing?
United Kingdom, yeah, and North America and United Kingdom, and you can pay a little extra and get most of Europe too, and it's like an extra $20 a month. And it's pretty good, but you know, again, you have to be very careful and make sure that you're not. If they send you something saying you need to adjust this on your listing of how it's listed, then you got to do that. But other than that, I don't have any. I'm not sure how SoundCloud works. I don't know how some of the other ones work at all because I don't really use them. So Vimeo.
How about anybody else out in the chat? Do you guys use other things to upload videos or music to? Because it, you know, I mean, it's not just music, right? There's videos out there where you're either creating a video and you need background music for it or whatever, and you're running into problems. Oh, you know, like Michael did. Where they're just not going to let you use the song or whatever. Is there other options for you? What other options do you have that are out there? For sure.
Background music is usually pretty easy to get through because
if you're talking over it, sometimes, yes.
Yeah, because not only does YouTube have a library you can use for that, but most of the production, StreamYard has its own. Like you go down here and you can put on
background music,
dance pop music, or daydreamy music, or space music.
Space. There you go.
So you know
they have in a quiet room,
and that's not going to get hit on YouTube probably, and neither will most of the stuff from Filmora or
and the
any
YouTube
of the major ones.
Studio is something Rachel brought up. Yeah, they do have that.
Yeah,
and
they have a lot of, and it's a lot of good music there too. Actually,
I've looked at a few things on there as well, for sure. So yeah, there is some good stuff out there. In fact, I think the music that I got to replace the Two Hip Chicks intro was from there.
Yep.
Because
Welcome Wildflower.
Because I figured they wouldn't give me crap about that, and they didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. So far, I should say that. So far, because licenses do change, kids. That's the way it works. So any questions from the group or the chat regarding the uploading of music, or how we do it, or when we do it, or why we do it? Why? Because we like you. That's
why. The why is everything for my channel. I don't know about you, but we're both music fans. And for me, I mean, I am the outlier in the vinyl community. I am the OG pop guy.
You're the pop
everybody
guy.
Everybody else is into prog or heavy metal or, blues or jazz. I'm a pop guy, and I'm a chart fanatic, and so I do a lot of shows that revolve around like countdowns.
Mhm.
My own classic chart show, the Radio Retro Countdown, which I love doing because that show is something new for me every week because
Yeah.
um, I'm pulling radio station top 40 lists from decades old and finding stuff I've never heard, finding stuff Kim has never heard, finding
Yep.
stuff half the listeners are going like, wow, I haven't heard that in 25 years. I love doing that show. Um, and it's just the joy that we get from sharing the music. And sometimes it's difficult to do that because of the rules. And the
Yeah.
rules, as long as you follow the rules, you're fine. And
Mhm.
you're not going to get a copyright strike. Then
Not usually.
the copyright dings, I guess you could call them, are usually harmless. They just are letting you know that the song is copyrighted and that they're going to let the owners
Yeah.
monetize.
Yep.
And
And
that's
that's it.
fine with me because I
Yeah.
don't do that.
Or it's blocked in certain countries, that type of
Yeah,
strike as well. But yeah, I haven't gotten anything where they've said, well, that's it, this is your first strike and you got it. No, they don't do that. They just let you know that it's either not going to be able to be seen anywhere, or it's not going to be able to be seen in specific spaces, right?
right,
Because
right.
of whatever reason. Um, but yeah, the why of it is for me, it's kind of the same reason. I'm not a chart person. I do like my music. I do enjoy. We play grade a bunch of stuff every week, and it's kind of cool to be able to share that with everybody and not have to worry about sitting in front of the computer at that time to chat. Although we don't mind chatting with people, it's kind of hard to do other things.
It's hard to do three things at once. Yeah,
Exactly.
I know the feeling.
So I want to make sure you guys get to hear what we're playing, and it's like I said, they're not always in great shape, and it's kind of the fun of it too. I found this really weird record, and here you go. And then the weird album ones are just because, gosh darn it, you guys deserve to be tortured as much as I am when I have to play these things.
If we have to suffer, you have to suffer. There you
Exactly,
go.
exactly right. And then the Friday thing where we're playing stuff from our own collection was just an idea that kind of got thrown up against the wall to see if it stuck, and it seems to be sticking, which is cool. It's getting that was the hardest. That's the hardest one to clear copyright so far. I've
Just
had
go for stuff that
50%.
is out of print or
Yeah,
that
fifty
isn't
percent
going.
of the stuff has so far been blocked, and I was surprised by that blues album because those are older songs, and I mean, multiple different artists, various artists. There was I can't remember who was the one that got blocked now, but I was surprised that more than half of it was blocked. So
Yeah.
it obviously is
You'd
probably
be
because it's being
surprised.
used commercially. It's
Some
being
of
used
the older
commercially. I'm
stuff,
pretty sure of
the
it.
companies have swooped back in and grabbed public
Yeah.
domain stuff and claimed it and copyrighted it so they can get the money from it.
Hmm.
Um, that happens a lot with Christmas recordings that are pre 1968 too.
Oh God, yeah. I'm not even going to try Christmas. I
Yeah,
mean, if a Christmas one pops up on the 45 play and it goes through, I'll let it go through. That's not a problem. But I'm not even going to give a shot to that because I
yeah.
know
I
if I
did it
try to
one
do a
year and
Christmas,
I had 4 or 5 songs completely blocked. I couldn't use them at all.
yeah,
So
it's crazy. So yeah, I won't try to do like those Christmas compilation albums that like were put out by True Value Hardware or Firestone or whatever. I'm not
oh
even going to
god,
give it a
yeah,
shot because they're great, but it's gonna get plugged. It's gonna get nailed for sure.
yep.
All right. Anybody got any questions? Look at the time. It's coming close to our time to be
Oh,
done
goodness.
for sure. What's up with you guys? Is there any musical topics you want to talk about in the last 5 minutes or so? Let us know. If there is something you would like to discuss in more detail, please get a hold of TC or I because we would love to have you on the show to discuss said detail of topics as long as it's music related. Yes, yes,
Yep.
indeed. So please let us know. TC, what are you up to this week? Besides
This week,
feeling better.
I'm recovering from my whole back injury and getting our bathroom fixed because we had leaks coming from the 4th floor. We're on the 1st floor. But other than that, I'm curtailing everything this week. I will have just my usual countdown stuff up, and then this weekend I'll get rent back up. But I usually have stuff and Obscuria every day at 11,
Oh.
but I usually have stuff up at 11, 4, and 7 in the evening, all 3 times, Monday through Friday at least, and then usually on the weekends too. I know Kim will have her show up tomorrow, and it's going to deviate from music this week and a few other things
Todd.
too.
All right. Yeah, I upload music to the True Value Cloud. Yeah, I'll bet you do. The cloud. Well, yeah, please feel better, dude, because
I'm sitting here not in agony, so that's something.
Good meds?
It's just starting to settle down.
Oh, good. Okay.
2 days.
Good. I was going to say, take all the meds they give you if you got an opportunity for good meds.
I've been using the salon patches. Those things work wonders.
Do they?
I love those things. Yeah.
Oh. Well, next time I have something go wonky, I will give that a shot for sure. We are doing the multiple things, as you know. We're doing the Chick Chat on Tuesdays and Thursdays at noon Eastern time. We are doing, of course, Thursday is estate sale bingo. Who's our winner, by the way? Greg, who's not here tonight to represent his title. And then I think Mary got a bingo after the fact. So she's actually doing pretty good. That's 2 weeks in a row for her. Dang it. I'm terrible at that. And we do have, did I tell you guys? I don't know if we mentioned it that day. We have, if you go to the TeePublic site where we have our shirts, we've got 4 different bingo cards on the for shirts for estate sale bingo. And ours will be in soon. I ordered them. They're coming. So that's kind of fun. Oh, I thought you did get a bingo. I thought you got it after the fact. Okay, forget it. She didn't get a bingo. It's all Greg. And then, of course, we're here on Mondays, every other Monday.
Yeah.
We're doing Whatnot on Tuesday. Do you want me to? Has the power. Now I can thank you for doing it and hitting the button. There you go. So yeah, we're doing Whatnot. I've got those already uploaded and ready to go. If you guys want to go take a look at those, please check them out. It's a lot of fun. We get to play the music. There we get to play the music. Speaking of playing music, and we don't have to worry about a copyright strike or being, I don't know, unavailable in Belarus. Why Belarus? I don't know. And then Johnny's auction is on Wednesday. And, of course, the videos that we got coming up. Sunday is the 45 Random 45 play. It comes out at noon. These all come out at noon. Wednesday is Weird Album Wednesday. Do it to yourself. I dare you. And then Friday is our from our collection. Albums from our collection. So all of those are at noon. So check those out. It's kind of fun. And that's what we've got going on. Anybody else want to say anything before we go? Rachel said, cool. It is kind of fun. I love the idea. I just was messing around with the bingo cards and I thought, these would be cool shirts. I need to wear these to an estate sale. This would be fun. Take a marker and mark it off. Yeah, that kind of thing.
I don't know. If you wear them to an estate sale, they're going to be like, oh, are you going to do us? Really?
Yeah, might be.
I don't think you really want to watch.
Might have done you.
People might not want to watch them, though.
Usually we do. And are you worried about us critiquing, their photography or whatever? Yeah, that could happen. Maybe they'll take a lesson. I don't know.
Was it fun in the shop?
Yeah, use washi tape. That's it. There you go. Mark them off as you go. I always thought it'd be fun to wear that to an estate sale. They don't need to know the whole why there's an estate sale bingo, but they can. It's kind of. All right, guys, we're gonna head out. TC is feeling better, and that's a plus. We're going to do our thing tomorrow, and we will see you on the YouTubes, right? I would think that's how it works.
All over the interwebs.
All over the interwebs. There you go. Thanks, everybody. Be back in 2 weeks. If you want, like I said, if you want to come on, talk about music, please get a hold of TC or myself. We would love to have you on to yak about your favorite stuff. Even, I guess we'd talk about the True Value Cloud. If Silverhair wants to talk about that, I'm fine with that too. All right, kids. Take care. Peace out. Have a great night. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
to hip kicks.